Wow, it's Wulzy. Since RobTop dropped a sneak peek yesterday, and it seems to be the final one, I'm gonna rank every single sneak peek and preview he's put out for every update so far. First, we have the 1.6 sneak peek, which shows Electroman Adventures missing its breakable blocks and its coin path. The level didn't turn out close to hard as RobTop expected, but level 14 was teased and that seemed pretty hard at the time. The video sort of just ends. The sneak peek was quite mild, so I'm just going to put it in D. Following on from this, Electrodynamics is previewed in the 1.7 sneak peek, which shows a lot of jazzy blocks and the speed portal. This video was actually recorded with every player, which is pretty cute. Rob kind of just dies awkwardly at the end of the video, and that's it. It's plain, but it features more than 1.6, so I'm going to put it in C. The 1.8 sneak peek shows Hexagon Force in all of its glory. It's pretty cute. I like RobTop's flight path. He avoids every ceiling and floor like a boss. This leads to a duel, which is missing a spike right here before it fades to black. I like that he showed the concept of an asymmetrical duel here. The comments were pretty hyped about that, but it still ends pretty weirdly. I'll put it in B. These sneak peeks are definitely increasing in quality though. Apparently I recorded the 1.9 sneak peek. I don't remember doing that, but hey, this one's pretty good. My icon's a little bit disproportional, but these are the days before I started seasoning my chicken. In typical fashion, RobTop shows off the new game mode, the wave, but this time he dies and fades to black. Nice combination. Pretty solid sneak peek, I'll give this a B as well. I like the saws, I like the block design, it's just good. You may be wondering, why aren't any of these receiving higher scores? There's nothing wrong with them. That's because the quality written in the following videos skyrockets as the game made its way onto Steam and blew up towards the release of the next update, 2.0. But before we get to that, RobTop nailed the second sneak peek for 1.9. That's right, Theory of Everything 2 was previewed in this sneak peek, and man is this one cool, if you ignore the mouse that's on the screen for some reason. This is the first demon Rob ever made a sneak peek for, and it just looks scary. The futuristic aesthetics all around definitely give the community more to chew on in their anticipation. It takes a different approach to blast processing by building the hype from the prequel level Theory of Everything instead of the new game mode, showing that this update was diverse. Plus, this sneak peek showcased glow. I'm giving this one an A, purely on vibes. Speaking of glow, here's a true glow up. This sneak peek is 11 seconds long, yet it packs the most content seen in any sneak peek so far. Grass, monsters, moving objects. This is the sneak peek I'm the most nostalgic for. I watched it so many times, it's not even funny. The robot makes its first appearance very subtly, which made its function only a prediction as seen in the comments. Also, text and rainbows. S tier, no questions asked. This is the 2.0 editor preview, the first thing I'm including that's not an actual sneak peek. Scaling objects were first revealed, something that never appeared in the first sneak peek. Copy-pasting 1.9 creators were extremely excited about custom objects, and Rob epically shows off preview mode on the drop. I can't say I know how he swipes the screen across like that, I've never figured that out, but it's okay. Z layering and ordering was revealed, which helps stack objects in a certain order, with the group system hiding in there too. Rob then blatantly lies and says there's infinite colors when there's actually only 999. But in this process you can see the base and the detail selection, something else that would later on change the game. He then shows an extremely ugly level and fades to black. This is insane. It gave the community so much food for thought with physical examples to help clarify their questions and helped sustain the hype for the update. I love the sneak peek, this is another S for me. Deadlocked is such a menacing second sneak peek for 2.0. It repurposes a lot of the first sneak peek's seemingly magical elements and puts them in a much darker scene. I can't help but feel like 2.0 mastered the art of teasing and previewing the next update. However, it was always strange to me that this video fades out right as the wave appears, and I think showing the following corridor would have been a really great move to bring the hype to its peak and really make the players speculate Deadlocked's difficulty. A. One of the more questionable 2.0 sneak peeks is titled 2.0 Example. It's showing the collectible feature that didn't work at the time. A 2.0 key was made of the key object and a touch-triggered trigger, not an item collection like now. I always found this video random, but it does foreshadow the first coin in Deadlocked, which is cool, so I'll give it a C at least. I take it back, this is a D. Also, why is there text on the outro transition? RobTop then posted a meltdown trailer in the release, which just builds from existing update features, so I'm not going to include that type of sneak peek for the video. Why did Rob put the most random assortments of blocks and features before the 2.1 sneak peek? It shows off rotations and animations, like, it's just so random. I'm just going to omit it from the sheet, because I'm angry. Why didn't he save this spoilers for the sneak peek. I'm just gonna leave a big gaping hole here. Finger Dash basically expands on everything shown in that video, and I think this one's aged well. There's a lot to take in on first watch, but it builds the landscape well enough that your eyes get used to the scenery by the time the spider is revealed at the drop. The 2.1 sneak peek is a great length too, in my opinion, featuring some interesting dash hop designs that were later reworked, and actually combining a lot of familiar decoration with the new object to parry the prospect of them being too unique or quirky to build with alongside the old deco. I love the rising lava for the level structure, and I just think this one's super iconic overall. S tier. And that was it for 2.1. So now we get to watch the fun with 2.2 series that starts with the random trigger. Just why? I'm sure it'll have its uses with enough creativity, but this video kinda just exists. E. The camera control video is pretty well presented. I dig it. Also, free fly. C. Where Am I Going has a cool back and forth scene, which was awesome as we found out we could go backwards without this abominable transition and go back and forth, which was awesome. The level shown's pretty questionable because you can hit the purple before the yellow, which would ruin the whole thing, so I'm gonna drop a C. Okay, the particle editor is insane. The screen is quite a mess, but the functionality is ridiculous. I am beyond hyped for this. Look at the RGB! It's a little hard to grasp at first, so I'll put it in A, but man, what a preview. Next up, we have which shows off platformer mode in an explanatory but relatively uncreative way. I much prefer the later platforming demonstrations that are later to come in the timeline. B tier. Just sifting through these and oh my goodness, why is the music the same? But this is fire! This is such an incredible feature, allowing for a lot of creative object usage with this update, that's for sure. The scale trigger is impeccable too. I like the platformer mode was used to show that triggers are crossed in the same way and that spawn triggers still work. And the create loop button, oh my god! However, the editor looks super messy in this one, and people started losing faith, so I'm only gonna give it an A, but this is such a cool feature, dude. I love the stretchy... I'm sorry, but the scheming weasel music in the background is too funny. This auto-build system gives the edit special button a whole new, beautiful purpose. I don't think this video makes it entirely clear how this works, but the results are nothing to scoff at. B. Now it's time for the 2.2 sneak peek. This video is chock full of a ton of new features that blow Sub-Zero out of the water, and really help just to convey the blood, sweat, and tears put into 2.2. Every second of this video has something amazing to look at, drastically elevating the hype for the update. I don't really know what to say. Like, this level is absolutely ridiculous and even flips over to a platformer section mid-video with insane camera panning and a satisfying death effect. S for sure. Next up, we have the keyframe system, which doesn't show us anything inside the animate trigger or how the ending stretch animations were really made, but it does a really good job at simplifying a bunch of movements, and I love the results of this video, so I'm gonna whack it nice and simply in A. The second sneak peek for 2.2 is also very hype, showing off the spider orb and the warped gameplay, with a twisted corridor in the middle. This one looks like quite a nuisance to learn and kind of picks up from where the first sneak peek left off in the way that many things overlap with it, which is why I may give this one the A tier. Because screw that pause, that's evil. This one alludes to a tower too. Exciting stuff. The third 2.2 sneak peek gives us a look at the immense sound effect trigger in a large rotating environment, just to demonstrate with the sounds how much the atmosphere is improved. This level is bizarre and foreshadows some lovely object patterns that we'll see in the next sneak peek as well. There's a lot more of where that came from. I am a big fan of the concepts Rob put down here, such as the moving blocks. Very inspirational. Thank you for making the menu visible while holding a slider, by the way. This one is amazing. It sold me on platformer mode. It made me a believer. I'm inclined to give this one an S tier for tying up loose ends and making the Geometry Dash lore more interesting right here. The final sneak peek shows gameplay for the platformer level first previewed in the first 2.2 sneak peek, and brings the player up a tower with a music switch and very lively gameplay that's geniusly threaded into the environment. After an abrupt cut, Rob surprise dropped the release date for the update, which has sent shockwaves through the community. I'll give this one an A for the repeat level, but also because he kept missing the coins. Thank you for watching. Let me know which scores you disagree with, and yeah, have a good day.